Creative Mind, der Podcast. Jetzt mit Benjamin Doering und Adrian Roth.
Today, in English at Creative Mind, Paul Brown from Baked Bean Media, a social media marketing expert. Welcome again to the Creative Mind podcast, today with Paul Brown. And I think you definitely are Creative Mind here, so we're really happy to meet you. So can you please just introduce yourself quickly?
Yeah, so first of all, thank you very much for doing this in English. And
Of course.
apologies, my German's not very good. But yeah, so
No problem.
I'm Paul Brown. I'm the CEO of a company called Baked Bean Media in London. And we specialize in working with influencers and small businesses to help them with remote video editing and social media marketing.
All right. And you also have a podcast, right?
That's correct. Yeah. So I do a podcast for work, and I also do a podcast for Cleveland Browns and American football. So I spin two plates with the podcast.
Okay. So how did you come up with making a podcast?
Yeah, I think I was listening to a lot of podcasts, and I just thought to myself, why don't I give it a go myself? I've got good networking skills. I can ask questions. There's a lot of questions I would like to ask people. And I was watching a bit of Gary V, and he was saying that you should just basically go for it and document it and see where it goes. So yeah, I've been doing it for over 3 years now. I get over 1,000 downloads each podcast. I was in the top 4 UK sports podcasts for a week. So yeah, lots of exciting moments. I find it tough to be on the other side, to be honest, being interviewed. I normally ask the questions, so it's quite refreshing to be on the other side.
So how do you perceive the corona crisis in England, and what kinds of restrictions do you have in your personal life at the moment?
Yeah, great question. So I'm living on my own in an apartment in central London. I'm allowed to go and do one bit of exercise a day. So I'm allowed to run around the park. And I'm allowed to go to supermarkets to buy food, and that's it. I'm not allowed to go and do some DIY. I'm not allowed to fix things. If it's essential, then I can fix it. But if it was to paint a fence, I wouldn't be allowed to do that.
So, but can you go outside for a walk or a sport, for example?
Yes. So, yeah, I could go outside and do exercise. I could go out and do a long walk, but I would have to do that on my own. I'm not allowed to meet with friends or family at the moment.
So is that like a bad thing for you to hate it, or how do you deal with it personally?
Personally, I find the whole experience a bit like camping. No one likes to go camping, but when you're actually doing it, it's quite interesting. And I feel like the whole coronavirus is very much, we're going back to basics. Designer clothes are now gone. Your trainer is more important than your, I don't know, expensive Adidas Yeezys or whatever. You know, you want something practical, not designer at the moment. You're not going out. You're not socializing. So, yeah, for me, I'm doing gardening. I'm doing cooking. I'm fixing things around the house. You know, my house is spotless. You know, I'm really enjoying my time at home. Something I didn't do very much.
So you are also owning a business, as you said in your introduction, Baked Beans Media. Why did you found your own business?
Yeah, so I was doing a lot of video work for a corporate business, and it was great. I was very happy at the company, and we were generating a lot of money for the company. It was a 100-man business, and we were generating about €1 million per year of leads. So my job was to do direct marketing, go to events, network with people, create videos, and send it to them, all free of charge. But what we were doing was getting credibility and building brand and actually having communication, networking with people. I would then give the lead or give the contact to the sales team. I wouldn't even ask if they had a job. And then literally the sales team would come in and then carry on the conversation. And from the back of it, we did, 1 million euros of revenue.
That's great. That's great.
The company turned over 10 million of revenue. So 10% of it, the leads were generated through video marketing.
Great. Okay, so more about you personally. What is like your personal goal? Also, like founding a business, where do you want to get with your business? And like generally also in private life, where do you want to get?
Yeah, it's a really good question. So with the business, unlike my last business where I really scaled it up, this time I scaled it from 3 people to 100. I know for this business, I don't want the people responsibility. I don't want the human resources. I want to keep it a very agile business. So my goal is to get it to 10 people comfortable doing 75% work paid and 25% work for free. So I really want to work that sexy stuff where I don't have to pitch for. I just want to go in and get it, that I really enjoy working. So it's a model that's going to be 75% that pays the bills and 25% doing things that maybe I wouldn't win in a pitch battle, but I go in for free. Say it be Formula One, boxing, football, anything luxury, fashion that, there's not a good chance I'm going to win it. I want to go in there, win it, and go from there.
All right.
And you started your career as a headhunter, and now you are have your own business and with social media marketing, video production. How did it come to that change?
Yeah, so actually, my background's a little bit more diverse than that. I started off as a chef. I then moved into property, and I've still got a property portfolio. I then moved into the corporate world, grew a business, and I really miss the entrepreneurial space. So that's why we set up the business. I'm not just a sole business owner. I have another business partner who is 50-50 with me with the business. He's more on the creative editing side, and I'm more on the commercial side. I'm actually quite creative. No, I'm joking. He's a lot better than me.
All right, all right. Perfect.
Why are you offering free social media marketing at the moment?
Yeah, so we're offering remote social media marketing and remote video editing support. Now, the strategy behind that was the second we knew we were down to a lockdown, I knew we had to change our business. There was no way that we were able to go to our traditional way of going to the client, filming, going away, producing the video, and sending him the final product within 24 hours. That was our classic business model. I knew instantly that we had to change. So we changed to remote video editing. Myself, I do my podcast on Zoom. You guys do it on Skype, but I knew there was a facility to do these meetings, record it, and then edit it. So I decided to offer that from the next day. This is what we're going to do as a business. Now, I started off charging and I realized people don't have a lot of money, a lot of tough things going on. So I had a choice of 3 things. Number 1, I could have charged them full fee. I could have charged them cost fee, or I could have charged them free of charge. Now, anything that I do with my own time is my choice. So I decided, me and my business partner, anything that we could do for our clients free of charge, our time, we would do to try and help. In the aspect of if we could save a business by helping them with their marketing, let's go and do that now. And let's try and do good. We're all in this together to help each other out versus trying to win 100, 500, 1,000 euros for some small work. Why don't we just do it for free? And we know that the next 2 months is going to hit us on our bottom line, but let's take that as a hit and let's do what we can instead of trying to win business and be that not nice person putting in proposals and pitches. Cut away the bullshit. Let's just be really open. 2 months, we can help you free of charge. Let's do a partnership. Let's see what we can do.
Das war Creative Mind. Weitere Informationen auf www.creative-mind.cc.